Good evening and welcome to This Week in Sports for Friday, May 13th.
Spooky!
2016. I'm Mike McClung here with Evan Olawani and Tyler Dobransky. And you know what that means, right?
The band's back
For
together.
the first time in a while, we got everybody coming back, so good to see you guys.
I hope I'm the lead singer of the band.
I want to be the drummer then.
All right. So from that, we'll move on to the NHL playoffs. There's only 4 teams left. Who do you guys have?
All right. That was really abrupt. Give me a second. So right now we got the Lightning and Penguins. I think the Penguins are going to take that one. And we got Sharks Blues. That one can go up in the air. I'm going to go Sharks. I'm going to go Penguins in 6.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm a Caps fan, so I'm pretty pissed that the Penguins beat it. But the Penguins are a very solid team, so I have to take the Penguins like Evan. And Sharks Blues, I don't know. I like the Sharks, but I feel like the Blues are going to pull it out.
So who you got in the finals?
I'm gonna take the Penguins.
The Penguins are good. They got
Fun.
Crosby, Malkin. They're good. They're really good.
All right, I'm going to
They
say
can
the
score.
Penguins go to the finals because I agree with you. They're really, really good. There's no debating that. But I really like the Blues, actually. I think this year is going to be the year the Blues finally take it.
They got Elliott in goal, and he's been doing a swell job.
That they do. In the last couple of years, they always seem to lose to the team that goes on to win it all. Maybe this year they finally got past the Blackhawks in the first round. I think they're going to be able to go on and, take a run at the Cup. I think they have the talent to do it.
Well, I had the Blackhawks win it all because I feel like every year they win it all.
Okay.
That was a little bit of a disappointment for me. But the Penguins, they're playing well. I think they're going to keep rolling. They really wiped out the Islanders. I think it was a 4-1 series.
4-1, something like that.
And the Islanders were good.
That's impressive considering they didn't even play them.
Really? Yes, they did.
Think of the Capitals or the Rangers?
What the?
No.
I'm so
The
confused
Penguins
about-
versus the Islanders.
They did not.
Yes, they did.
The Penguins.
Who?
Are you
The
okay?
Penguins versus the Rangers,
Rangers
right?
and Capitals.
then the Capitals. What are you watching, like the CHL or something with like different teams? All right. I agree. The Blackhawks losing was surprising.
weren't the
but
first
the
Islanders,
Penguins,
they would win 4-1.
The Penguins are a very good team. They beat the Rangers, who are always a solid team. They beat the Caps, who are my team, and they had one of the best records in the league this year. So the Penguins are gonna win it all, no question in my mind. Sidney Crosby, I don't like him because he's too good. I don't like Steph Curry because he's too good. I don't like Sidney Crosby because he's too good.
All right, Tyler, I think you did a pretty good job transitioning there. We're going to talk no Curry, no problem. Apparently, Tyler doesn't like him because he's good.
Okay, no Curry, no problem. The guy scored 17 points in overtime to seal away the port. Who scores 17 points in overtime?
I mean, Curry does because he can do things like drive, he can shoot the 3, he can pass, he can
and then
dribble,
he does
can do
layups
everything.
where it goes like 20 feet in the air and sinks in.
Whoa!
Yeah, but anyway, he's a freak of nature. And I think, but even though they're a freak of nature, OKC's playing some really good basketball.
Well, we'll get to them in a second, but for right now, the Warriors, they show that they can win without Curry, even though they lost that one game because Draymond Green can't catch a ball. Other than that, they could have beat the Portland.
They swept them. They could have swept them.
They could have swept them. And I think
Especially at full strength.
With Curry playing, I don't see them losing.
Yeah, they're going to win the championship.
Nope.
Whoa.
I feel like Tyler's just getting really angry this show.
I know.
And Evan's getting really frustrated.
I don't know what's going on.
Evan's saying wrong things. You guys are saying the wrong things in my mind.
Anyway, all right. So Curry wins unanimous MVP. Back-to-back MVPs, first unanimous
Kawhi
ever to do
second
it.
and LeBron third. Russell
Isn't that
Westbrook.
crazy that nobody's ever done that before and Steph Curry's the first?
I thought LeBron would have had like a unanimous maybe, or Shaq even had a high. He was like 99.8, and so was
I just
LeBron
think
99.
because Curry just blew everyone's mind this year. Like, he just did things that we haven't seen before, and he made so many clutch shots or half-court shots that it was crazy to all the fans that I feel like it was right that he did that. I mean, I haven't watched, a share of basketball back in the past of, Michael Jordan. I haven't seen enough games of him to say that he should have won unanimously, but he also played with some unanimously. I can't say that word.
You do your best.
But he had, Scottie Pippen with him and other players who are very good. Even though Curry has LeBron
Curry does not have LeBron.
I'm saying in the same league, he does have them.
Okay.
So, with that being said, I don't know. I just think Curry did things that no other player has ever done before.
It is crazy just that Curry, what he's been able to do in only 2 years. He's revolutionized the whole game of basketball. Everybody wants to go right to the three-point line now and take those kind of shots. He's only been around 2 years, but he's only been this superstar for 2 years. It's crazy to think that if he stays healthy for the rest of his career, it's going to be scary, like what he does just for the game.
I have to agree. Like, he made it seem like, you know how Kobe, when you're shooting it to a garbage can, you go Kobe. Now when you shoot a three,
Yeah.
you go Curry. Like, he did that. He revolutionized that. And I want to just bring something back. In that draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves had back-to-back picks, and Steph Curry was taken after those back-to-back picks. They took Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio. Just imagine if Minnesota had that. Anyway, but
Ricky
yeah.
Rubio
Ricky
is the
Rubio's
best
a
passer.
good NBA player.
He's the best passer I've ever seen in my life.
Johnny Flynn?
Oh, well, you know.
Exactly. But anyway, yes, Steph Curry revolutionized the game. He did stuff, making the clutch shot against OKC in the regular season. That was like 40 feet away. I was like, how do you do that? But yes.
Well, I mean, Warriors beat Oklahoma 3 times in the series. But Oklahoma just beat the Spurs.
But I feel
Which
like
we didn't think
OKC
was
is
gonna
a
happen.
new team. They're Russell Westbrook after that second loss to.
Russell Westbrook is just amazing. Let's just transition right now.
Evan's favorite player in the NBA is Russell
he-
Westbrook.
he
Let
is
that
my
be
favorite
known.
point
He
guard.
does things that are unbelievable.
He's a
just does
triple double
everything.
machine. They say Draymond Green is like a triple double almost every night. He's like he gets close to it. Russell Westbrook does everything.
Russell Westbrook saves babies. He jumps over six guys for rebounds. He dunks it. He shoots
passes
threes.
it.
He does everything.
And he
Breathes
dresses
fire.
like a baller.
He does dress like a baller.
That's a little bit debatable, but Evan, you seem to think it's just Westbrook and Durant, and that's it.
Okay, yes, I do think that because they counted for, I forget what it was. I
It
think
was
maybe
87.
87 out of the 100 points or something like that.
110 or
110
something.
points. That's scary.
That is.
And
right?
I think they're finally clicking. Not that they weren't clicking, but they understand that they really need each other to move on. They always used to yell at each other. I think they're settling down. They're playing together. And like you said, Adams, he's doing a great job. But just this team, without one of them, would be so bad.
Well, I think that goes without saying. I mean, when you have 2 superstars, undoubted superstars, whatever, what's his name? Mark Cuban wants to say, he's wrong. There's 2 superstars on that team. I know this sounds crazy, but I've always wondered why they weren't better. You see teams with 1 superstar
I think
and
because
that light it up.
They have problems with each other.
I don't-
think
not anymore, they
weren't
don't.
clicking.
Not anymore,
I
no.
think they weren't clicking, and now they are because Russell Westbrook, the game when they closed out the Spurs last night I think it was. He had 12 assists. 9 of his assists were to Kevin Durant. They're finding each other. Russell Westbrook is realizing he doesn't have to score all the baskets. He can pass it to Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant is a reliable, obviously.
I think he had
scorer.
37 points.
He had 37. Westbrook had like 20 something. He had 12 assists. Kevin Durant had 2. But anyway, they both feed off each other, and when one's doing good, the other is bound to try to top the other one.
And I think that's what's been lacking them. I think when one does good, the other one kind of slacks off. But in this playoff run they have, both of them are really picking it up.
It's crazy to say this, but I think the 2 best teams in the league are playing right now in the Western Conference semifinals. And if you would have said that a week ago with the way the Spurs were playing, you would have been looked at like you were crazy. But when they're on the same page with 2 superstars, 2 undoubtable superstars on that team, that's really scary going up against the absolute brick wall that is the Golden State Warriors. So, I mean, in my opinion, whoever wins that series is going to win the championship. I have the Warriors winning both.
I think we're
but
downplaying how good Cleveland is. They are
25 threes against.
They're rolling through the playoffs right now. I still think for the NBA title, Warriors are going to win. I really do believe that. But I think we're underlooking Cleveland right now because they are a scary team.
It doesn't matter who wins Toronto, Miami. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Cleveland's gonna wipe the floor.
I'm sorry, they're not relevant right now. Cleveland's going to the finals, and then it's going to be OKC. OKC is
Really?
going to be the Warriors because,
Tyler, let me tell you something. You're wrong.
let me tell you something.
You're wrong.
can't just say that. Get your hand out of
If
my
the
face.
Thunder can beat
You're wrong.
if the Thunder can beat the Spurs, they can beat anyone. They're world beaters right now. They're on top of the world, on top of the mountain. They're ready to go.
But the Warriors are better than them. No one's going to beat the Warriors. The Warriors are going to win the championship.
I think, sir, you are wrong.
I don't care what you
took the
think. You're
glasses
wrong.
off.
Anyway, yes. Cleveland's playing really good. They are going to take care of Toronto, Miami. You could put Charlotte in there. You could put
Who's
Portland.
going to
out.
win the championship?
You just said the
The
Thunder,
Cleveland Cavaliers,
said the Thunder a
led
couple
by
minutes
LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, and some threes, and some of this
What
by
about J.R.
J.R. Smith.
Okay, well, I think plain and simple, Warriors are going to win because they have this guy called Curry. He's pretty good.
I've never heard
Warriors
of
are
him.
going to sweep the next 2 series. It's my bold prediction.
Okay. What about,
All right, so we're going to move on to baseball now. Not Strasburg.
No, Max Scherzer.
Scherzer.
I had him
Maxi
on
boy.
fantasy. I
20
had
strikeouts.
42 points. But let's get back to the real thing. 20 strikeouts only joins a club of 5 people: Johnson, Clemens, Kerry Wood, Scherzer now, and I forget the 5th one. So
Yeah, that's okay.
that's okay. I went
couldn't tell you.
Randy
45.
Johnson.
No, I already said it. Randy
Just
Johnson.
kidding, sorry.
Randy Johnson, Clemens, Scherzer, Kerry Wood, and I forget the 5th one. Anyway, that's insane.
It was Clemens twice.
That
Yeah,
is
that's what it
crazy.
was.
20 strikeouts out of 27 outs in the game. Get out of here.
So this is the thing, though. But a lot of people, not a lot of people are saying, but there's been the debate, kind of, 20 strikeouts has only been done 5 times by 4 different guys.
Oh, is it better than
more perfect games have been thrown than that? Some people are not making the case, but they're kind of like throwing it in there like, hey, maybe this is more impressive than a perfect game. I think that's absolutely ridiculous and not true at all.
I think 20 strikeouts, you're on it, but like
I think
you
20,
could have.
I think 20 strikeouts is harder to get than a perfect game, honestly.
But-
I really do.
It's less common, but I don't think it's hard. He let up 2 home runs.
Yeah.
They scored 2 runs. The game was 3-2 in the 9th. There was the tying run on first base. He almost didn't even win this game.
You can get 20 strikeouts by giving up 10 hits if you really want to, because they're not outs. It's all matters how you get the person out, not how many runs you made up. Perfect game, you have to be solid through the entire time. You can't walk anyone. You can't give any hits.
Yeah, you
no
can't make
errors.
any mistakes.
You have to
Yeah.
be perfect in that. And like the 4 home runs, they had that on there too. I saw that 4 home runs is done like a little less than a perfect game. 4 home runs too, for a hitter's perspective, is the hardest thing to do. But from the pitching perspective, the perfect game is the best thing to do.
I think 20 strikeouts is harder, but I think a perfect game is a lot more impressive because you have to be focused the entire game. But I think you understand where I'm coming from, where 20 strikeouts isn't a game.
It's not that it's harder, but it's less common. Which the numbers would suggest
I
that. Yeah.
completely agree with you there.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay.
I'm just going to read what the prompter says. Rest of those teams who play in the MLB and make a good living playing baseball as their jobs was Evan's caption for this, which basically means we're going to talk about the Mets now.
No, the rest of the league. The rest of the league. But you want to start off with the Mets?
Of course.
Okay. The Mets are doing great.
Except for last night because they versed Clayton Kershaw. And listen, they got 3 hits. Cabrera got 2. Anderson got 1.
Hey,
I'm fine with that.
You know-
it's Clayton Kershaw.
But let's
That's
rewind
okay.
another game. Noah Syndergaard.
Oh, two home runs.
Put him in the Derby. Let's
Oh
get
my
it. Put
gosh.
him in the home run
Bartolo
derby.
Colon hit a home run.
Put him in the Derby
Oh my
too.
God, Colon. Goodbye.
Put him
Oldest
in the
player
Derby.
hit a home run.
Okay, let's get
Oh my
back to
gosh.
the other
Home run.
league besides the Mets, because
I will
don't
give
like
you
them.
credit for Bartolo Colon. That was probably the best home run I've ever witnessed in my life. I mean, I'm just going
It
to be
was
straight up
good.
honest
It
with
was
that.
they made a card just because of that.
But can we talk about something? The Phillies, they're good, and it's scaring me.
What's going on?
They're right in the thick of things. I think they're
And
a
they
game
had
and a
the
half
first
out.
overall pick.
Their pitching is good. Their hitting is so-so, but basically their pitching has been doing great. Their bullpen is bad, though. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, Aaron Nola, the past 3 starts, has had solid outings. He's been going the distance, having quality starts. They're, like you said, their hitting is a little shaky, but Odubel Herrera, Freddie Galvis, and Maikel Franco are leading the way. They're doing
And then
okay.
Ryan Howard's just kind of there because he's just old now.
He
Hits home runs from time to time.
That's about it.
But yeah, they're doing okay. I'm surprised that they are doing good. This is like, I'm gonna put this to like the Hawks like a couple of years ago. Everyone's like, how are they doing good? You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a little bit different. The Hawks got the 1 seed in the East and really hung
Okay.
in there till the conference finals. The Phillies are not going to do that.
Okay, that's the thing. Do you think the Phillies are going to sustain their
Oh, no.
winning streak at
No.
all? Not winning streak, but like their ways.
When you look at the players they have, there's just no way to be able to keep it up. I mean, eventually you got to play to your average.
Hey,
and
we've seen
start.
it with the Oakland A's, Moneyball. You ever see
This is not the same thing.
it?
Jonah Hill just put together the perfect team.
Yeah, they call him Jonah Hill and they get a perfect. It could happen. All I'm saying is, you never know.
I
in
just don't think
sports.
they can keep track with the Mets and the Philly or the Mets and the Nationals. That's the bottom
The
line.
Braves are irrelevant.
Who cares about the Braves?
Braves have 3 or 4 home runs this season.
No.
No,
Yes.
that was like
It's
2 weeks
incorrect.
ago.
Oh, all right. Well, I saw that. I'm sorry.
Glasses off again. Anyway, real quick,
A
how
little
about
rusty.
baseball in Chicago right now is happening? The White Sox have impressed me more than the Cubs because the Cubs are supposed to be good. Maybe
are.
not this good. They have lost a couple in a row now, but the White Sox are not supposed to be this good. Chris Sale is pitching fantastic.
Well,
I
Todd
will-
Frazier.
Todd
Oh,
Frazier.
can I tell this story?
You got to tell it now.
Todd Frazier, I'm getting a haircut, having a great
And
time.
where was this? Right in town?
Jerry's Barber's place. Check it out. It's a great place. Advertising. But
Right in town?
anyway, walks in. Todd Frazier sits right next to me. And he's getting a haircut too. I felt a little shocked.
When was this?
Yesterday.
This is real life stuff right here.
It was awesome. I was like, hey Ty, what's up? He's like, what's up?
You should ask him to be on a TV show.
That would have been great, but you know what? He's probably playing the Yankees tonight, so he's a little busy. But anyway, yes,
You're our Todd Frazier, Mike.
Thanks.
The White Sox are playing great. Chris Sale's doing great. Todd Frazier diving everywhere, doing great. Jose Abreu having a solid season. The Chicago Cubs are having a great season too. I was gonna say White Sox again, but anyway, Chicago Cubs are having a great season, even though they lost Schwarber. Dexter Fowler
He's fast.
he's good. Anthony Rizzo, he's good too. And you putting Chris Bryant, that's a big three in baseball, if you don't say so myself. But anyway, they're having a great season. Chicago baseball is live.
I'm going to cut you off before you hurt yourself.
It's lit, man.
But we're just going to end it right there. That's going to wrap it up for a little bit of an unorthodox version of This Week in Sports, to say the least. For Tyler Dobransky and Evan Olwani, I'm Mike McClung. Thank you for watching. Have a great night.
Bye-bye, Birdie.
Bye-bye, Birdie.
Bye-bye, Birdie.